It is 18 past the hour. Always working for the people. Roland Martin. Morning, Roll.
Skip Murphy, Guy Torrey, Jackie Reed, how you doing?
What's happening?
Back at the airport here in D.C., headed to Sacramento to speak at the Faith Hope Lecture Series, and so looking forward to seeing former Mayor Kevin Johnson, the Sacramento Urban League, and others, and so I'll be there speaking this evening. And then, of course, headed to my hometown of Houston, giving the commencement speech, my 15th graduation speech on Saturday, Texas Southern University, both of their commencements. First time in history, they're going to have two commencements in one day, and so I'll be pulling double duty. So looking forward to seeing President Lane, all my H-Town folks. Now, of course, this weekend, everybody's going to be focused on Mother's Day. Now, you know, folks will travel from all around the world. You could be in Australia, and folks will kill themselves to get home for Mother's Day. For the Father's Day, they'll say, I'll see you at Thanksgiving. So, but the real thing also happened this weekend is the launch of the Poor People's Campaign, what I call 2.0, picking up where Dr. King and others left off in 1968. Joining us, Reverend Dr. William Barber with repairs of the breach. They have been organizing and mobilizing not for the past few months, not even really for the past year, even longer than that, for what is about to happen. So, Dr. Barber, for folks, we've had you on before, for folks who don't quite understand, how long have y'all been seeding this moment?
Good morning, Roland. Good morning, everybody. Tom and all. We've been doing this, Roland, since 2015. We're going into communities where we've been invited, black communities, white communities, Native communities, Latino communities, and building from the bottom up. And now we have coordinating committees led by people, poor people, clergy, and others in 40 states and the District of Columbia for this launch that will begin on Mother's Day.
I had a brother who tweeted me. He's like, well, you know, I got a problem with the name. And I said, oh, so what? You're scared to call it Poor People's Camp Poor People? And so it's amazing how folks want to shy away from that, when the reality is that was exactly what Dr. King called it. And when he said poor people, he was also dealing with a whole bunch of people who are working class folks who are just trying to make ends meet.
Well, that's right. It's called the Poor People's Campaign, a national call for a moral revival, because, first of all, we have this attention violence in the country right now where we don't even say the word. And when you have attention violence, you then have agenda violence. When you have gender violence, you have policy violence. The people who named it are the people who are poor. There are 140 million poor and low-income people in this country. Not 40 million, 140 million. Most of them are working poor. Many of them are white women and children. We have 43.5% of our people in this country today, the wealthiest country in the world, that are poor. 37 million without health care that are poor. We have 250,000 people die every year from low wealth. We spend 53 cents of every dollar, discretionary dollar, on the military, and only 15 cents on the programs that deal with things like health and education that would lift people's lives. We have 62 million people, Roland, who work every day for less than a living wage. So we have to say the word poor, because the people who are forming this movement, they say it. They say they're tired of being ignored. They're tired of the attention violence, and they want the poor people to come together of all different races, colors, creeds, and sexual orientation, with moral leaders, with advocates, to change the moral narrative in this country and to register in mighty ways for voter mobilization and to shift this country. You cannot continue to have an impoverished democracy where you have systemic racism, systemic poverty, ecological devastation, a war economy, and the false moral narrative of Christian nationalism, and think that democracy is going to last and be strong.
This is not a one-day march or a meeting, so explain to folks how many consecutive days this is going to be happening and how many places all across America.
This movement will happen in more than 30 states, capitals, and the District of Columbia. We launch on Mother's Day, which is with a major mass meeting that will be live streamed across the country. And then at 2 o'clock on Monday, in all of those places, and every time zone, the same time, we will have rallies, and then people will engage in nonviolent moral fusion, direct action. And you know, direct action includes many things: protesting, civil disobedience, simultaneously for 40 days. Every Monday, we will have that action, and other things will go on during the course of those days. You can go to poorpeoplescampaign.org and get information, or you can go to breachrepairers.org and get the information. Join us, come out, be a part. People can sign up. We have over 30,000 people who've already said it's time to put our bodies and our voices on the line to shift what's going on in this nation.
And this is not a black theme.
No, I just left. You know, last week I was in Grays Harbor, Washington. There's a city of 16,000 people. 1,000 are homeless. All of them are white millennials. I was out there with them, and they're joining the movement. But we also have people from Alabama, Loudoun County, people who still have raw sewage in the back of their yards where children play, that are joining together. So it's black, it's white, it's red, it's yellow, it's brown, it's gay, it's straight, it's young, it's old, it's Jewish, Christian, Muslim, and even people not of faith, but they believe in the deep moral principles of establishing justice and promoting the general welfare.
And, of course, when you look at what's happening, you're not necessarily even seeing lots of attention being focused on this. And so, of course, if mainstream media is not waking up to it, is it your intention to say they will pay attention at the ballot box in November?
Both. They will pay attention because three things we're doing. One, by doing the nonviolent moral fusion direct action, is to engage in creative tension that will force media and everybody else to have to pay attention. Simultaneous action across this country, 30 states, and just come up has never happened before, where people are mobilizing for nonviolent action. Number two, we're going to engage in massive voter mobilization and building power among poor people. So people will pay attention because this is a launch. It is not an end. And I want people to hear that Roland clear. The 40 days is launching. Sometimes we have events, and after the events, that's it. This is launching a multi-year strategy, not ending a 1 or 2 day strategy.
What's the website again?
The website, again, is poorpeoplescampaign.org, or you can go to breachrepairers.org. Either one, click on the Poor People's Campaign, a national call for a moral revival. And most importantly, even if you don't want to do the nonviolent direct action, come and witness what's happening in state capitals around the country and in Washington, D.C. Be a part of it. And then on June 23rd, Roland, that's when we're having a massive solidarity and sending forth rally on June the 23rd. We'll talk more about that as we get closer.
All right. Reverend Dr. William Barber, we still appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Triple. Take care.
Thank you. Have a great day, Reverend Barber. Thank you, Roland. Travel safely, my man. PoorPeoplesCampaign.org. The movement is on. Let's make it a success. My man, the celebrity snitch, Huggy Lowdown. After the break, check your time. It is 26 past the hour.